She's a Super Geek is a proud member of the Misdirected Mark Network. This episode is brought to you by patron Eric Simon, and the podcast sounds like crows.
She's a rock and roll play baby, and she throws a natural 20 crazy. She's a rock and roll play baby, and she's nothing new to normal and maybe. I'm in love.
You're listening to episode 129 of She's a Super Geek, the actual play RPG podcast that highlights women as GMs. Hello all. I'm Andi, and on today's episode, it's just me and 3 other wonderful people. My co-host Senda will be back with us for the next game. I also have the pleasure of announcing to you our Ludo Cherry giveaway. If you like stylish and geeky clothing designed to be subtle enough that you can wear them anywhere, perfect for game night, the office, or in between, you're going to love Ludo Cherry. The Kickstarter starts on March 2nd, but if you go to ludocherry.com/sasgeek, that is LUDOCHERRY.com/sasgeek, and sign up for their mailing list, you will be entered to win a shirt or skirt of your choice. I've been told they have inclusive sizing, and the skirts have pockets. All of the skirts have pockets that can hold over 200 dice. Also, if you sign up for their mailing list and you back their Kickstarter starting March 2nd, they are going to send you a free, beautiful enamel pin. It's 2 D20s that look like cherries with long stems. It is so cute, y'all. So again, that's ludocherry.com/sasgeek. Sign up by the end of February because the winner of a free skirt or shirt is going to be announced on March 1st. We're playing Princess World, a PBTA game that is starting February 18th, which is, oh my gosh, it's today! If you're listening to this on the day of original release. Princess World was written by Kevin Petker for his daughter. It is wonderful and fun, and we highly recommend it. GMing for us is Alice Kyra from Unlabelled Actual Podcast. And I'm joined by Christine from the Unexplored Places podcast and Alana from FM Gamers. With our powers combined, we are the Princess Council, and we work to right the wrongs of the world. Take a listen. Welcome to She's a Princess.
We're all princesses now.
Yes. Welcome to They're All Princesses Geek. She's a Super Geek. Playing Princess World. It's an exciting episode where everybody gets to play a princess, and we get to go on spectacular adventures. I'm Andi, and unfortunately, Senda's not with us today, but we have a fabulous cast, so let's jump right in. Alana, tell us who you are.
I am Alana. You can also find me on Misdirected Mark's podcast, known as FM Gamers. We record every other Monday, and actually starting February 3rd, we will be doing the beginnings of Gamma World. So you can find me there. I also work at a local friendly game store known as Just Games, so if you're ever in the Rochester, New York area, you can come see this princess in person. Not only is my day job gaming, my evening time is gaming. My sleep time is gaming. Like, everything.
And you're just a princess all the time.
I'm a princess all the time. And you can find me on Twitter at PrincessOGaming, which is my legit Twitter. So, like, oh yeah, I'm going to play a princess. This is not a hard thing for me to do.
All right, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine.
Welcome.
Thank you. Christine, I'm the host and GM of the Unexplored Places, which is currently a daring and disastrous science fiction romp in Scum and Villainy. You can find the Unexplored Places on Twitter at UnexploredCast, and you can find me, the games I design and the stuff I write, on Twitter at cprevis.
Have you ever designed a game with princesses?
I have not, and it's a damn shame, honestly. This might inspire me to do it, though it would be hard to design a game about princesses better than this one. My games are mostly more about vampires, which I guess could be princesses.
Ooh,
and if there were a vampire
princesses.
princess playbook for this game, I would be playing it today.
Well, we will ask the author, Kevin Petker, if maybe we can get one of those up in here. Probably not like here as in the game we're about to do, but here as in the world.
Yes, right now, during the Super Bowl, so that I can play it.
And we are going to be led by our fearless weaver, Alice. So Alice, tell us about yourself and then go ahead and take us into the game.
Hi, I'm Alice Kyra. I am a player on Unlabelled AP, which is a Masks actual play of 4 trans girls telling a story about superhero kids going through high school, who are coincidentally also all trans girls. I swear it wasn't planned. You can find that on Twitter at UnlabelledAP with a double L in Unlabeled. And you can find me on Twitter at MagicalGirlKira. And today we are playing Princess World, which is written by my friend Kevin Petker. It's a Powered by the Apocalypse game about princesses that Kevin wrote at the behest of his daughter. And if you ever meet Kevin at a convention, please ask him for the story of how this game started, because it is adorable. All that's left on character creation is that we have to introduce our princesses and then express the initial threads that tie them together. Alana, would you like to go first and introduce us to Princess Tia?
Princess Tia is the fairy princess. Her wings are made out of flowers, and when she flies, petals fall off of them.
Oh.
She has a magic wand, and she doesn't have to worry about where her magic wand is because it has its own pocket dimension that comes with her everywhere.
Okay, that's not fair. I don't usually get pockets on my dresses. You get a
Let
pocket
alone a whole dimension.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd make it a little anime, and instead of have it be hammer pocket space, it's a wand pocket space.
Oh, I love it.
My aura changes with my mood, and I am the younger sister of all of the other fairy princesses. And I went to look up fairy names, and Titania, of course, is the queen of the summer court. So when I went to look up little princess, Tia is has the same letters as Titania. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be little princess.
That's very cute. Andi, you're next in my lineup.
I am playing the space princess Starshine. Good morning. The Earth says hello. I named myself that before I remembered the song and went, you know what? I like the name. What am I going to do? So she is our mobile Gundam princess, or mobile princess Gundam, or princess mobile Gundam, depending on how you want to phrase it. She has a really awesome spacesuit that's a little square and it's a little mech-like. So it's kind of chunky, and it has rocket boots on it, so she can travel. Her helmet is sort of that classic shape that's sort of flat with the visor and then goes back along the top of the head, but she has cat ears on it.
Nice.
Because if you're going to be a princess, somebody should have cat ears.
Kitties.
Yes. Unfortunately, she has a ray gun. Not that part's not unfortunate. That's awesome. But her guardian has set it only to stun, because the Guardian thinks Starshine's a little reckless and maybe shouldn't have any higher setting than just stun. And yeah, I want to adventure. I don't want to rule the star colony or the space dimension. You know, I just want to have fun and adventure and be with my princess pals.
Awesome.
Oh, and Seafoam Green. Seafoam Green
Your
is
favorite
my
color.
favorite color.
Yeah.
And as I am like, oh, I have several things of that color around here. I'm even going to use my Seafoam Green dice.
Nice.
Perfect.
I don't have dice in my favorite color, unfortunately.
Oh no.
I have an entire dice bag of princess colors. It even has unicorns on the dice bag.
Oh,
That's perfect.
There is all
my God, it's
sorts
so
of
good.
bubble gum in this bag.
And last but not least, Christine, can you
Yes.
introduce us to your princess?
Absolutely. I am playing the proper princess. My princess's name is Pippa. They use they, them pronouns. I'm going to do these out of order for dramatic effect. My gown is designed to shield me from mortal harm.
yes.
My scepter will grant me safe passage through enemy territory. My crown is broken, a symbol of my ancestors' failure. And I am determined to prove my worth in spite of my ancestors' failure. And my favorite color is cornflower blue.
I'm glad you went last. I'm like, I have cat ears on my helmet.
Look, I'm very proper.
These are all incredibly important details to know.
I think the cat ears are just as important as my very dramatic
Right.
backstory that I've given 30 seconds of thought to.
And I think I forgot to say my favorite color is glitter purple.
Wonderful. What a phenomenal color for the fairy princess. So at the bottom of each person's sheet, you'll see 2 prompts for initial threads. You're going to ask the question, and then whoever volunteers, you're going to write out how that interaction between you two has shaped your relationship. And they're going to get those threads with you, and we'll talk more about how threads work when it comes up, because it can get a little confusing the first time you use them. Let's go back up to the top. So, Alana, if you could ask your first question, and then we'll go 1, 1, 1, and then we'll go 1, 1, 1 back.
Which one of you makes me laugh the most?
On purpose?
It doesn't have to
very
be on
good
purpose.
question.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Like, if one of you maybe is a clumsy princess, I might laugh at that. But like, I'm also a fairy, so when fairies laugh, it's like a magical laugh. I would think,
Right.
anyway. That's canon in my head, and we don't have the pirate to shoot it out of the sky.
I think I make you laugh, but not on purpose.
Okay.
What's that like?
I think that you find technology just absurd and hilarious.
Oh yeah.
And I'm all about the tech.
Yeah.
So I'm like pulling out my ray gun, you pull out your wand, and you're like, what is that?
Awesome.
I'll put in. What was your princess's name again?
Starshine.
Starshine.
And you're going to fill out 2 threads for that.
Okay, so Starshine accidentally makes me laugh.
And do we both get 2?
You will get 2 threads from her.
Okay.
So is it like another? I give you 2 threads,
Yep.
but I don't have to write 2 things. It's Starshine
Yeah, write out
accidentally makes me laugh
2
because
things.
of her technology. Oh.
Yeah, just like, and does that lead you wishing you understood more about her technology, or that she understood more about the magic of the woods and the flowers and all that?
Well, I know that Alana really likes the quote from Isaac Asimov that any technology high enough looks like magic to others. So maybe trying to find a middle ground between magic and technology? Instead of like my magic accidentally shorting out her technology, it's we're trying to figure out where the common ground is. Does that sound okay to you?
That sounds great. And now I know that magic shorts out technology,
Oh, no.
Very important.
and I'll just hold on to that.
Has anybody else seen the new She-Ra?
Yes.
Yes.
There might be a princess on there who's dedicated to bringing like the magic of the world and old technology together, and it makes me very happy. And of course, I'm blanking on her name and feel bad.
Entrapta?
Entrapta.
Yeah, Entrapta.
Yes.
She's amazing.
If our space princess could ask.
Yeah. Which one of you has counted the stars with me?
So I feel like for the sake of equity, I should claim this one. So that it's not you two being very good friends and me less so.
Oh, the proper
Oh.
princess.
Yeah.
But also your other one also sounds like my character, so it's hard to say.
It's okay for the threads to be imbalanced. That works
That's
fine,
great
too.
then. If Tia wants this one, that is fine with me. But I'm also happy to take it if not.
I feel like Tia does not have the patience to count that high.
That's fair.
That's fair. Then I suppose it's me.
All right. What are these stargazing sessions like?
Do you come into the space realm with me, Pippa?
Yeah, I think so.
Or, I mean, you probably have stars too, let's be honest.
We've probably done it in both places.
Yeah.
We've probably counted both sets of stars. Are they the same stars?
Ooh.
Hard to say.
Maybe that's what we're trying to figure
Have we
out.
engaged in philosophical debates over whether or not they're the same stars?
No. I mean, we might have argued about it, but not philosophically debated.
For Pippa, an argument is always a philosophical
Right.
debate.
Like, Pippa might have tried, and Starshine is like, it doesn't matter. It's like, I mean, what is a sandwich? We don't have to argue in order to, like...
No, we need to know what a sandwich is. It's very important to have these rules.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we get anarchy, like people claiming a taco is a sandwich. We can't have that.
But
The world would
functionally,
fall apart.
how is a taco different than a sandwich?
It's an entirely different thing.
Why?
Because that's what sandwich means.
Sandwich has 2 pieces of bread, unless it is an open-faced sandwich, and then an open-faced sandwich could possibly be a taco.
Right. Or what about a hoagie roll? That's, like, still connected.
I will not hear any of this nonsense.
Oh, okay.
A sandwich is a sandwich is a sandwich, and a taco is a taco.
Is a
And I want to
ravioli a
know if
sandwich?
these are the same stars or not.
Is a ravioli a sandwich? That's what I wanna
Absolutely
know.
not. That's absurd.
A ravioli is not a sandwich, it's a Pop-Tart.
bread.
I am
stuffed in
lawful neutral on the is it a sandwich chart.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. So I think I like to get Pippa going. And
I can tell that.
so we in our star counting sessions, it always starts off very calm, and by the end of it, like, hey, I have somebody to argue with, even regardless of if I'm arguing, it's not that important. I just sometimes like arguing.
All right, should I do my...
Yes.
So mine is, which one of you told me a surprising secret?
I have no secrets.
No secrets?
You know what? I kind of want one of my moves to be a secret. So, I told you my secret. I can grant wishes.
Oh.
A very important secret.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. I have to decide how that shapes my relationship to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, kind of
Oh.
like be careful what you wish for, because like it's a colloquialism to be like, I wish. Don't say that around Tia because it'll happen.
But also, there are things I wish that
There are things you wish.
might be able to grant me.
Is there something Pippa wished for that went horribly, horribly wrong?
I think Pippa is biding their time on the wish front. I think Pippa is
Okay.
like, I'm gonna earn it, and then I'm gonna use this wish, and then I'm gonna regain my family's honor with this wish.
Couldn't you just, like, wish for that?
Does it defeat the purpose of regaining your family's honor if that's the thing you wish for? I feel like I need to wish for something that will cause me to,
Okay, fine.
Otherwise it feels like cheating.
That's really
and
on you to decide.
What's wrong with cheating?
Well, I'm a proper princess, and proper princesses don't
Right.
cheat.
Sorry. I'm a space princess, and we cheat all the time.
Space princesses cheat all the time, writing that down. Do you believe that interaction plays into Pippa's second question? Because it sounds like Starshine feels they're a little
Which
too...
one of you believes I'm too full of myself?
Yeah, just a little. It's way more fun to be loosey-goosey.
I think if we're staring at the stars having what I think are philosophical debates, but what are really just you riling me up, I think you definitely think I'm too full of myself.
Oh, yes. But it's not a mean thing. It's friendly. But yes, you are a little too fun. You need more adventure. Is the
Sure.
thing. You're very concerned about a lot of things, and I'm like, you should just have fun sometimes. You should just do something unexpected, like put cat ears on.
And I've now written, Starshine doesn't understand the importance of regulation and order necessary to being a good princess.
Oh, that's
Boy, I am
excellent.
playing against type here, and I love it.
You know, I was so worried the proper princess wouldn't have someone to butt against without the skateboard princess here. Speaking of space, what's your second question?
Yes. Which one of you thinks I'm a little out there? Quote unquote. Out there. Is that Pippa?
Probably, yeah. I mean, if you think I'm full of myself, I feel like I'm entitled to think that you're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got your head in the stars. You're not down to earth enough to be a princess.
It's so cool out there. What? There is no Earth in my realm. Like, it's just stars and colonies.
Ah, the imperial princess.
Bum, 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 bum.
Princess Tia, what is your second question for initial threads?
Which one of you finds me somewhat annoying?
I think this one might also be Pippa.
Because you really have to watch your language around me since I'm a fairy.
And you're so,
And
like, not impulsive. What's the word I'm looking for?
Entropy.
Yes. There's a lot of entropy going on around you. I'm also happy to seed that one if we think that Starshine would find you annoying.
Yeah, because I also laugh at Starshine.
She shorts out my tech.
Yeah.
That is true. That's probably better.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. Starshine finds me annoying. Slightly.
Slightly. Just a little bit.
It's not you so much as your magic. You know, I only get one setting on my ray gun, and if you do something to it and I can't use it at all, what good is... I guess I can throw it at people. That doesn't really work in space, though, because gravity.
Oh, man.
Or
It could
no,
short out
gravity.
in the other direction, though.
Just kill setting all the time.
Horrifying.
Oh no. For our initial threads, our fairy princess Tia has 2 threads with proper princess Pippa, because Pippa believes if they can earn Tia's trust, they can wish for something that will help them regain the honor of their family, and that Tia is far more powerful than we give them credit for. Meanwhile, our proper princess Pippa, say that
You're
5
welcome.
times fast, has 3 threads with the space princess Starshine for their philosophical debates while counting stars, while Starshine riles them up and infuriates them with their lack of decorum.
Meh.
And our space princess Starshine is crushing it with 3 threads from Princess Tia, mostly because of the difference between magic and technology and trying to find how those work together without causing her precious stun blaster to go berserk. And also 1 thread with Princess Pippa, because Starshine doesn't understand the importance of regulation and order. A perfect place to start. Now, Pippa,
Yes.
as the proper princess, you have order, which means at the start of each session, you get to decide where the Princess Council has convened to discuss the problem at hand. And I will tell you right now that the problems you are facing as the council are the reflection of the moon is missing, and reports are that the Maiden of the Moon is angry.
Order! Order!
So where is the Princess Council?
I think we are, much to my chagrin, I think we're in Starshine's domain.
Yeah.
Because it's closer to the moon. And I'm hoping that Starshine's understanding of space will help us to resolve this issue with the moon's reflection and the Maiden of the Moon, etc., etc. So I think that we are in whatever sort of meeting hall the space princess, the space kingdom has for us to meet all together in.
Meeting hall. I feel like I brought you into my gaming room.
I'm like, yes, this formal meeting hall, as you can tell by all of the arcade cabinets.
Or maybe not, because if Tia's there and she shorts things out, maybe I would have
True.
taken you to a formal place away from all of my fancy electronics.
Yeah, you don't really want me to be near your video games because the last time the video game characters came out and attacked us.
That was fun, though.
Yes, but we have important business to take care of. We can't afford another chasing down video game characters come to life. We have to deal with the moon situation.
But there was so much good fan fiction from that episode.
So what is your low tech? Because I don't know if you can get tech free on your space station.
It's actually like a big hallway, but it has a big view space of the moon,
Okay.
which is why we're there. And someone dragged in an old, like, analog wooden table and some chairs.
None of those digital wooden tables.
None of those digital wooden tables, no.
No.
And there's, like, Doritos and Coke.
Wonderful.
I will not partake of the Doritos. They leave unfortunate stains on my fingertips. I will, however, have a small cup of the Coke.
Princess Tia, how are you entertaining yourself as they are assembling the requisite table and refreshments, though perhaps not to the expected princess code?
We can get cupcakes if you want.
Oh, I love cupcakes.
Space cupcakes.
Are there space cakes?
Space cakes.
I will not have space cakes. We have important business. Maybe
They're
another
so
time.
fluffy. They're so light and fluffy.
Ooh, wait. Half moon cookies.
Now that just seems in poor taste
Yeah.
considering the moon situation.
What moon situation?
The whole thing we're here to solve. The fact that the moon has no reflection and the maiden of the moon is missing. Have you listened to a word I've said?
Does the moon have to have a reflection?
Of course it has to have a reflection. What else would the poets write their poetry about? But the moon reflected in the sea.
Flowers.
Ugh.
Love?
Ugh.
I don't know.
There's no proper topic for poetry aside from the moon reflected in the sea or maybe, at a pinch, a nice lake.
I've never read a poem, so I don't know.
I'm not getting into this right now. We don't have time for this. We have to solve the moon situation.
Yes. All right, Princess Tia, I'm sorry.
The moon near me, the maiden is a bunny. So maybe we could just find some carrots for her? Is it mochi or it's she usually has like a fun hammer and she squishes the rice and turns it into this really fun dough. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called mochi.
That sounds amazing.
It's so
May I
good.
bring up a point of order?
You're going to no matter what, so.
You're going to anyway,
It
yeah.
would be useful to establish whether or not my moon is the same as both of your moons. A conversation we have had many times before and have yet to resolve. Because if your maiden of the moon is a bunny, but I have a different moon, my maiden of the moon might be different.
This seems like a good gather information roll.
There is no gather information roll, but each playbook does have a special move they can use to acquire more information in certain circumstances.
Yes, mine only works in social situations.
I do have a thing for it. Except, of course, I'm going to roll with poise, which I took a 0 in for this round. Closely analyze an object. So this is called Knowledge is Power. Closely analyze an object or phenomenon, rolling with poise. On a hit, the Weaver will tell you interesting facts. 10 plus, we ask a follow-up question. 7 to 9, the efforts expose us to danger. And on a miss, you suffer a temporary, unpleasant truth. Is that okay for me to roll?
Yeah?
Oh, yay! 12!
You got a 12!
Amazing.
Yeah!
Oh, that's incredible.
Actually, no, I got an 11. Sorry, I have a
Oh.
plus 0.
Still amazing.
But still, 11!
That's still very good. And you were analyzing what exactly?
The moon? Thinking back to all of the times I've stargazed with Pippa about whether it could be the same moon.
Okay.
I think that maybe if the moons are the same, they will have similar features and shadows.
Mhm.
And that's maybe what I'm looking for. I've never actually compared them. But I pull up, go doot 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 on my little ARM computer thing, and it brings up a projection of the different moons, and I'm like, analyze same moons ?
Yeah, and I think you pull up maybe multiple holographic screens, and then you just wave your hands around, and they layer over each other, so it's superimposed. And you're like, oh, that's weird. I should have noticed we all had the same moon before.
Oh yeah, is that weird?
Is that weird? Who knows?
One of them has a selfie, and so it's just it's just starshine. Part of her is
It's the only
on
difference
one of
between
the-
these pictures is my face
is
one.
on one of the layers. Well, it looks like it's the same moon, which is good, although concerning.
And you get to ask me a follow-up question because you have a 10 plus. And I also have to answer it.
What should we ask?
Whether or not the maidens are the same. Because, if there's a different maiden living on each moon, just because we're different dimensions, but the moon is the same, maybe we might have to find more than one maiden.
That's a good
Good.
question.
Yes.
Are we trying to find Tia's bunny, or are we trying to find someone else?
Because I have also heard of the mare in the moon.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the horse realm, right? Because
Yeah.
there's definitely a horse
Oh,
princess.
of course.
The horse girl princess.
There's a horse girl princess.
We're all a little
yes.
judgy about the horse girl princess.
Because you either are or you aren't. And if you aren't, you do not get it. So yes, Weaver. So are the maidens the same? Or is there a single maiden of the moon, or are there multiple maidens of the moon in different dimensions?
If you scroll through your space colony's vast databases of knowledge, and you pull up a variety of different myths and tales about the moon, you find that there's a common thread of the moon being a connecting thing. Usually in poetry, it's about two lovers separated over vast distances who feel each other through the moon that they both share. And others, it's the moon can serve as a portal to another world when they don't have the fabulous technologies or magics that you princesses have to visit each other.
Yes,
And-
I am familiar with the moon poetry.
But only the moon poetry subgenre reflections in ocean or very nice lakes.
It's a common trope.
The moon poetry about the ponds, you're not.
Oh no, far inferior. It's commoners' poetry. Psh.
And I think you can surmise from that each dimension shares the same moon, and each one should have a moon maiden who serves as sort of the guiding force through those who would use the moon as a connector.
I see. May I ask a clarifying informational question unrelated to the
Sure.
move?
You can ask me whatever you want.
And you may or may not answer it, I assume. So am I the one who's noticed that the moon has no reflection and the maiden is missing? Am I the one who's heard this information, and thus would we assume it's my maiden of the moon we all share that is missing?
I do believe that you are the one to bring that to the council's attention, so it makes sense that it's your world who is missing the reflection.
Excellent. I mean, not excellent that we're missing the moon's reflection. Again, it's very important. But excellent that I now have this information. Okay.
You can't get those royal poets to get back on their poetry until the reflection is back.
What else will I do with my spare time if I have no moon poetry to read? And learn to
Oh.
recite from memory.
Let me tell you about video games. They're coming out with this re-release of Princess Fantasy VII.
Princess Fantasy 7 was the best one.
I really like Princess Fantasy VIII. Princess Fantasy VII was a little before my time, so I'm excited to actually play it now.
My parents forbade me from playing the Princess Fantasy games when I was younger.
That's really sad. They're really fun. In each game, the realm is in peril. It's actually kind of... Whoa, we're kind of like in a game right now. Whoa.
Well, if this were one of your Princess Fantasy video games, what would our next step be?
I could just rocket up to the moon and check if my moon maiden's up there.
We could speak with your moon maiden. We could speak with Tia's moon bunny. We could ask if they might have any information about where my realm's moon maiden has gone.
Well, Starshine's moon is closer.
It's true, it's right
Let's go
there.
there first.
Right.
We have met conveniently close to it.
It is on the other side of this protective screen, and
Yes.
then there's the big gap of space. Which,
But there is the moon palace that I've been to,
oh, okay.
but it was super boring.
Yeah.
So there is like a little port, or not even the port, but there is a
Docking bay?
docking bay or one of those things
Or-
where it's like they close it off and oxygen floods in and
An airlock.
Airlock.
gravity comes. Airlock, yes.
Yes.
Sure. They do have an airlock.
Mhm.
And I think, oh god, what would be super cool for my maiden to be?
Moon Martian.
I was actually thinking some sort of rock maiden.
Oh.
Like the moon rocks, but sentient.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
It's
cool.
kind of like a shard mind, where it's like all of these different rocks like held together with some sort of telepathic force or magic.
That'd be
Or
very cool.
probably not magic, probably science. Yeah, the moon's super boring because I think that the moon rock maiden is a lot. I think that they're a lot like Pippa.
Oh.
Very much like this is what we're here for. Yeah, we could take I've got a little personal ship that we could shuttle. Are you going to be okay in it, Tia? Though it's like all technology.
I'm gonna make sure my wand stays in its own dimension.
Okay, good. All right. So I think we hop in my shuttle,
All right.
which is I call the Jaguar. I think.
You get into your shuttle and you go to power it up. And I'm going to spend a lot of fade as you get a big red octagon pop up on the holographic display that says pilot permissions denied.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Remember last time you took Jaguar out for a bit of a joyride and you knocked over that left-facing antenna and your guardians said you were grounded for a little bit.
But this is important princess work.
I mean, you could go take it up with them, or...
Let me speak with your guardian. Let me see what I can do about this.
Ah, yes, my galaxy guardian.
Your Galaxy Guardian. What does your Galaxy Guardian look like?
I think they're a person.
Okay.
I think we don't have a blood lineage royalty line.
Mm-hmm.
It is more like when the last ruler dies, the great and all-knowing AI like analyzes a bunch of stuff and tells us who should be the next ruler, but
Okay.
they're not always a full adult yet. So
Right.
the Guardian, the Galaxy
The
Guardian,
Galaxy Guardian.
the Galaxy Guardian is appointed to sort of run things while I grow up.
Yeah. Kind of teach you how to be
Yeah.
the leader your people need. And they sound like they're kind of uptight, maybe?
Maybe a little bit, yes.
A little
But
strict.
the AI and all their wise knowledge chose them, I guess. So
I have words that I need to have with your galactic guardian.
Pippa, in her best I want to see your manager voice, said, I want to see your space manager.
I want to see your space manager. Yes.
yes, I have. Surprisingly, I do have one of those.
Hmm.
And
Do you also have a space momager?
I mean, maybe I don't know. I just have the Guardian,
What's your guardian's name?
Bailey.
All right, so I've got a bit of a sort of 1-2 punch of moves
Okay.
that I'd like to make here. Because the first thing I'm going to do, one of my moves is that I can take a move from another playbook. So I've taken a move
Yes.
from the Pirate Princess playbook. The title doesn't make any sense anymore because it's called Ahoy There, but the move is when you introduce yourself to someone new and important, roll. So the first thing I'm going to do is introduce myself to Bailey.
We enter the Space Guardian chamber, which I imagine looks like a tremendous, like, dome-ish structure where the Space Guardian is standing at one of those rotunda desks, hair back in a tight bun. She has, like, a computer visor in front of her face, but also has countless screens projected around her on the walls as she's trying to manage the space station because Starshine's not doing any of it, while also trying to keep tabs on Starshine, which is more difficult than she probably understood when she was assigned the position.
All-knowing AI thought she could handle it.
Hi, yes,
Hey,
hello.
Bailey.
I am Pippa. I am on the Princess Council with Starshine. Very important. I lost where that sentence was going. But yes, I am Princess Pippa. You may have heard of me. And I'm going to roll.
Roll with pluck.
You've obviously
I have
heard
a
of
0 in pluck, but I rolled an
Yeah.
8.
And you
Huzzah.
rolled an 8. That's good. On a hit, your reputation has preceded you, and you will tell the Weaver, that's me, what they've heard.
What they have heard is that I am very responsible and not at all reckless.
Mm-hmm. And that does track. So I'm gonna write Bailey.
I'm just crunching on Doritos and
And they get a temporary maybe that reflects that.
Yes. And using that newfound respect,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say, we are in the middle of a princess crisis and we are trying to solve this very important problem with regards to the moon, etc., etc. I would very much appreciate it if you would remove the restrictions on Starshine's shuttle so that we may take it to the moon and speak with the Moon Maiden.
Mm-hmm. And I think as you introduced yourself, she turned and didn't close any of the windows, but kind of pushed them aside so that she has a clear view of you. And it does sound like you are asserting your authority.
I believe I am. And that's poise,
Yes.
right?
When you assert your authority, roll with poise.
I have a 3 in poise, if you couldn't tell. So I rolled a 1 and a 4, so that's an 8 again.
So it's another 8. On a 7 to 9, you falter or overstep.
Great.
They must choose one from the 10 plus, but you also suffer a temporary unpleasant truth.
Uh-oh.
So they have to choose to either do what you want or suffer a temporary unpleasant truth. And I think they will look you up and down kind of judgmentally and says,
That's Bailey.
So I think they say, very well, since this is for official Princess Council business, you may take out Starshine's personal shuttle. However, Princess Pippa, I will be holding you directly responsible for any damage caused to the shuttle or by the shuttle on this endeavor. And she's giving you the temporary unpleasant truth in charge.
Great. I don't find this unpleasant at all. Thank you, Bailey. I think these
Wait
are
for the
very fair
consequences.
terms.
It's fine. I rarely hurt anything with the shuttle anymore.
Rarely
Rarely.
anymore. You mean ever since I grounded you?
Well, I mean, come on. Bumper shuttles was amazing.
There will be no bumper shuttles on our very important business trip to the moon.
Yeah, the moon's right there. It's like super close.
Bumper shuttles are not played with actual shuttles.
Well, they can be. It's just a shorter game.
Don't worry, I assure you, there will be no bumper shuttles while I'm aboard. We will take the best possible care of the shuttle and will return it back unharmed and having harmed nothing.
See that you do.
I will.
Do you want to give any parting remarks, or
Thank
Are
you,
you going to-
Bailey.
Thank you for your time. The moon and all the poets thank you for your cooperation in this.
Pippa makes a note to herself to send Bailey moon poetry.
Oh, I can recommend some. I know the best moon poetry.
Surprisingly, we don't do a lot of poetry in the space realm.
Well, that would explain a lot, wouldn't it?
Maybe Tia wants the poetry.
I mean, I do really enjoy words.
Well, then I will definitely send you some moon poetry. The best our royal poets can come up with.
once the moon is back?
Once the moon's reflection is back. That yes, key detail. They cannot write any worthwhile poetry without the moon having a reflection.
No, not worth it.
Shall we head back to the shuttle?
That's where we find you. Back in the shuttle, the stop sign turned to a yellow caution sign, just as a reminder that you are on notice here. Just play it safe before fading away, because it's not going to block your viewport.
Bailey took away speeds 5 through 10. I can only go up to 4.
I'm sure 4 is fast enough.
4 is so slow.
It is an important matter, but it is not a hasty one.
So I will pilot Jaguar out into the space lock of the moon. And there is a moon castle made out of moon rocks. Not, smooth and even like castles of old, but it is made out of moon rocks, again, being held together with some sort of force field instead of plaster or grout. I don't know how castles are made.
Well, it's not held together with cheese.
No. Are castles
At least
held
not
together
this
with
one.
cheese in the fairy realm?
The one on the moon is.
Oh, that's amazing. Because bunnies don't eat cheese. That's so smart.
Yeah.
As you were approaching to dock with the Moon Palace, you're probably not... Are you used to piloting this very delicate spaceship in a very precision maneuver with a very magical fairy princess aboard?
Totally. No.
No? Could you just give me a roll with pluck just to make sure you ding it up?
6.
That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Oh.
Mark experience on your character sheet.
Careful! Watch out for that crash!
Well,
I've never been on... 4 is so slow. I don't know how to... Do I signal now?
I do think, and this is a It's a very fabulous castle. So,
I don't
Princess
know
Tia, would you
what's going on with my connection.
think it too forward of
Stop
me
it.
to assume that you get a little too excited maybe at the sight and kind of jump forward and lean upon the controls as you get close, and perhaps that causes
No!
a bit of a wayward spaceship just coming to a careening halt. Not too far outside the castle, but outside of the castle's protective atmospheric dome and force field.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Outside the force field.
Outside the force field,
Ugh.
the shuttle's dinged up, scraped up. An array of lights are flashing, colors that...
Tia, what did you do? Nothing's responding. And I'm like desperately like punching, and there are Christmas lights flashing, and I'm like, no, that's not what's supposed to happen.
I'm just
I didn't
sitting
do anything. I'm just sitting here.
just sitting quietly, pinching the bridge of my nose and breathing very slowly.
In the back of your head, you can hear Bailey, I'm holding you directly responsible.
I'll never regain my family's honor this way.
Well,
Not in the space realm.
I have a spacesuit. I can totally
Yeah.
go through the side door. I don't know about you two.
Do you have spare space suits?
Light side point, yes.
Do you have any light
Fate
side?
point, yes.
I'll tell you what, if you give me 2 blots of fade, I will let you have spacesuits.
Or is there magic that can be done, Tia?
Ooh.
Oh,
Is
I
there
wish for a
magic?
spacesuit.
Da 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 da. Let me roll
Okay.
that.
Actually, the fun thing about You Wish is the fairy princess does not roll.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't roll. I don't roll.
You Wish is
okay.
rolled by the person who makes the wish, which adding the number of threads they have from the fairy princess,
yes.
which all went to Space Princess Starshine.
So roll plus 0.
So you roll +0.
I would also like for narrative reasons to say I'm doing this very discreetly. I lean over and I whisper. I'm not, spilling her secret to anybody.
That's very
But
good.
let me roll 7.
That's a 7. Cool. So on a 7 to 9, the fairy princess may express a temporary maybe about you.
I maybe have a spacesuit.
You. The wording of it is up to the fairy princess. It might be true, it might not be true, and we won't find out until we test it.
Incredible. Can't wait to asphyxiate in space.
Well, the spacesuit is gonna work. It's not a normal spacesuit. It might be made out of something weird. But
is it made out of cheese?
yes, yes, it is.
But it's magic, so it might work.
Yeah. It's made out of the very versatile Swiss cheese.
Oh, yeah.
It has holes in it. A spacesuit with holes in it.
So, how about the temporary maybe of your space gear is suitably cheesy?
Ha!
At least it's cold in space, and so it won't melt on me.
So I turn around to say something and go, "Whoa, we apparently we have spacesuits. That's weird." I guess Bailey
Yes.
being overprotective again.
Yes, Bailey, absolutely.
Absolutely, Bailey.
Does anyone else smell cheese?
Must be the moon. If it's the same moon as Tia's moon, which is made of cheese, then why isn't, I suppose it's the moon.
That track.
Anyway,
See no fault with that.
shall we go see your maiden?
Sure. So I will bring down the visor on my helmet. Shoom.
All right. and you'll go.
And Tia, do you need a spacesuit or are you just magic and don't need to breathe?
I am magic.
You're magic. You don't need to
Yeah.
breathe. That's fair.
So
That makes
Pippa,
sense.
how does this feel? I'm curious.
It's Gouda, but it totally is a cheddar.
I think I just look distinctly uncomfortable. But then again, I would probably also be uncomfortable in a regular spacesuit.
No, that's fair.
So, I think I'm just kind of awkwardly shuffling along in my cheesy spacesuit.
So we kind of like moon hop over to the door
Yeah.
that hopefully will open for us.
Hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully.
So I press the doorbell. Bing.
What do we think its moon doorbell sounds like? Let's see, it probably goes ba ba da da ba ba da da ba 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 da ba.
I was thinking it just plays ground control to Major Tom over and over again.
Well, in character, I was thinking Moonlight Sonata. So we're all
It sounds
right.
different to each of us.
Oh,
It plays our favorite moon-themed song.
I like that.
Because some of us are classier than others.
What's Tia's favorite moon-themed song?
Usagi Senshi.
oh, that's a wonderful song. And you are standing there in your no suit, cheese suit, Gundam suit, as
Quite a trio.
the force field is kind of like a shimmering field that bubbles out to wrap around you
Oh, I love it.
and then slurps you inside,
Whoa!
Oh,
which is a bit jarring.
Oh, by the way, the entrance might be weird.
you could have said that before we came in.
Oh, but it's so much fun.
Can we do that again?
Yeah, we'll do it again when we go outside, when we go back, so. But we gotta go see Rocky.
Rocky. Is that
Rocky.
the official name of...
Rockie. Yes,
Awesome.
the moon maiden made of rocks. They are a very descriptive person. They
It's very
named
important
themselves.
to have a name that evokes the strength of your character.
Yes.
And I think you find the moon castle is perhaps bizarrely empty.
Is your moon maiden missing too?
She plays a maid, she's got me under her spell. She plays a fighter with her eyes set to kill. I play, and I can't look away. Yeah. She takes
We hope you enjoyed episode 129 of She's a Super Geek. If you liked what you heard, go ahead and head to our website at sasgeek.com or follow us on Twitter at sasgeekpodcast. Don't forget to sign up for Ludo Cherry's mailing list and be entered to win a shirt or skirt of your choice. ludocherry.com/sasgeek. There's a link in the show notes, y'all. Our theme song is Rock and Roll Play Baby by Kieran Strange. Find more music, merchandise, and tour dates online, kieranstrange.com, or on Twitter at Kieran Strange. Be sure to join us again in 2 weeks for more princess action.
defenses. I'm ready, I'm waiting on the battleground. She's a